Hello, my name is Emma Makita, and today I'm going to be telling you about Hidalgo's 3 levels of culture within my life. So, the first stage in the 3 stages of culture is called the concrete stage. In general, this stage represents the way that people culturally express themselves. I never thought that I had a unique way of dressing until I went to Spain. In Spain, I was told that my way of dressing did not fit in, and I came to find that the reason for this is because my way of dressing was unique to my own style. In Spain, they all like to dress similarly. It's more of a group mentality, whereas I dressed how I wanted to dress. Felt that in Spain it was kind of a different era that was influencing the fashion, because fashion is kind of cyclical, and I felt like a different era was more heavily influencing the way that people were dressing. And also my haircut, and I didn't have glasses, which also made me stand out because the way I did my hair was very different from everyone, and also it seemed like everyone had glasses in Spain, so it's very interesting. So I did find that my way of dressing is in fact American and different. Also, being surrounded by diverse food, and I love this about the USA. We can have Greek food one night and then Thai the next. It doesn't matter. We have everything around us and available to us. I mean, living in California, feel like that we also have a lot more diversity because we are a diverse area, and I just so happen to love Japanese and Italian food, which are completely different types of food, but I love those and have found that I love those because of this cultural diversity in food around us. Also, my taste in music comes from the soundtracks of American movies. I have also discovered some foreign music from foreign television, and I also have been culturally exposed to different cultural music from just being in the USA and in my travels. Next, we have stage 2, which is the behavioral stage. This can be seen in our language, gender roles, and political affiliation, for example. In my language, I only speak English with my family because that's the only language they speak, which I find is very American. I wish that I knew more than one language from birth. I have learned Spanish through school, but I feel like in the US, a second language isn't as important in the school system, so I feel like I only learned Spanish because I really wanted to. Also, I use some gestures when I talk, but most are useless, meaning if I were to run into someone that didn't speak English or barely spoke English, my gestures wouldn't really help in them understanding what I was saying. Like in Spain, for example, their hand gestures make it very easy to understand what they're saying because their gestures go along with what they're saying. So when it comes to gender roles, I had a stay-at-home mom, and some people might think that that might have influenced me in such a way that it would have made me think that women belonged in the home or something, but that's absolutely not true. She raised my brother and I and was always there with us, and she didn't even teach us gender roles. She just allowed us to be us, and I never thought it was weird that my mom stayed home. I just thought it was awesome that we had her and that she was always there. And my dad was always working, so he wishes sometimes he could have stayed home, and we would have loved that too. Also, my brother would wear dresses and do makeup if I wanted to, and I would get dirty, and I loved dinosaurs instead of Barbie dolls, and my parents and relatives never acted like this was bad or weird. They just accepted it and loved it. And gender roles in general have not been important in my family. They do not stand out. When it comes to political affiliation, most of my family is very Democratic, but I really appreciate that they never pushed their views onto me. They just allowed me to formulate my own opinion. I was able to form my own views, and I think that's the way that it should be. When it comes to stage 3, the symbolic, this is how one defines themselves. So when it comes to religion, I went to temple and Sunday school because I am Jewish, and I was my mom. When I told my mom I no longer wanted to go to Sunday school, she just said, okay, and pulled me out because I just didn't want to spend my Sundays going there and I didn't enjoy it anymore. And we stopped going to temple as well. So we see Judaism as our ethnicity. We are Jewish, but we just do not practice that much. I mean, we celebrate Christmas for God's sake. And then when it comes to family, this is very important for my personal culture. Every single week, as I've grown up, I have had dinner with my grandparents at least once a week. So we keep our family close to our hearts and with us throughout our lives. Also, my family and I, my immediate family and I, always ate dinner together at the dinner table, and my mom would cook home-cooked meals. So I have so many amazing memories with my family, just sitting at the dinner table and eating delicious meals. And also, we always invite all of our family to all birthdays and other celebrations because we believe that our family should be included in our lives completely. And then I was also taught from my family to be empathetic and grateful. Like, if I'm in a swimming pool and there's a bug that is drowning, I will save it. I will feel terrible if I'm not able to save it, so I'm that empathetic. And also, I am always stopping myself and thinking about how grateful I am for everything that I have and everything that my family and all my loved ones have been able to give me throughout the years. So these have been my 3 stages of culture in my life. Thank you so much for watching.